Okay, there was a bit of an interruption there. Dave called me, so I do have to answer. Okay, so Pepto-Bismol. I don't like the liquid because obviously I don't want pink stuff all over my stuff in case it decides to explode. I always have Pepto-Bismol pills. This has saved me many times when I get overzealous with some food and I get indigestion, and it always helps me. What else do I have in here? I am a big fan of Highlands. It's a homeopathic pills. This is Highlands. Can you see it? It's the brand is Highlands. Okay, is that even? Anyway, this one is for cough. There's also one for hemorrhoids. Yes, fact of life. There's also they have a lot of stuff, and it works. I'm not kidding you. My husband doesn't believe it works, but then he doesn't have the problems I do. So, and it helped me, so I can say it does work. This, I'm Filipino. I love soup. I love getting my belly warm, and so yes, I carry this. I always have this. Sometimes I even have the other kind, the same miso soup, just different flavors. And then I almost always have an extra cup of noodles in my luggage, in my carry-on luggage. You know why? Because when you're traveling so much, and in my case, when I travel and I miss a flight or I get stuck because I couldn't get on my flight, what happens is then I have to stay. Let's just say I'm stuck in Hawaii airport, and you can stay inside the security gates. Unfortunately, there's nothing for you that's warm, and for a traveler, warm food is a beautiful thing. So this, I mean, you can go to the coffee shops and ask for just hot water, and boom, you've got soup, and your belly is happier, and your mind frame is so much better after that. About the cup of noodle soup, though, I do have to say this. It is okay, I think, to have it and eat it on your flights when you are heading to, let's say, to the Philippines, to Hong Kong, to Japan, to Asian countries, because it is a common thing. It's an accepted thing, and the majority of the people that are in the plane are likely Asians that belong to that place, or that are traveling and to that place, and they know the culture. And the reason why I say this is, if you can imagine eating cup of noodles when you're heading to Norway, or when you're heading to England, or a predominantly non-Asian country, and the smell is so strange to them. It's I don't think, although I have heard of some people getting very, very obnoxious about it, but I think it's a courtesy thing that just don't do it. Just don't do it, because it's kind of like if you don't really like kimchi and you've never eaten kimchi, and you know, and then all of a sudden the person next to you pulled out a kimchi flavored cup of noodles. How would you feel? I don't think you're going to be one very happy person. So this one is a safe bet because it doesn't smell anything. Well, it does have a slight smell to it, but it's very mild. So stick to this one, guys. Although I do have, I mean, my cup of noodles, I carry it with me to Europe when I travel, but I eat it when I'm in my hotel room or in my friend's house. But then she's Filipino, so hey. What else do I have? Whoever invented packing cubes is a genius. This one is a gift from my sister, and I think she had this made in, there's a stall in one of the the malls in BGC, and she even has my name and my other sister's name and her name printed on it, which is, I think, is just so lovely. I mean, this is one of the best gifts ever, and it's so nice. It's so nice. It's beautiful. So this is one of her Christmas gifts. She gives wonderful Christmas gifts. Yeah. So whoever, I mean, packing cubes are wonderful. This one is. This one is fancier. Because let me tell you what I have that's very common run-of-the-mill kind of thing. This one, which I also love this. You know what the difference between this and this fancy one is because I can see what I put in there, because there's no way I'm going to remember exactly what I placed which, packing cube. So that is the beauty of this, is that you can see the inside. So of course, you always have to have your sleep mask. This is from United, and I like it because my eyelashes, it doesn't, it's like a bra. But my eyelashes doesn't, not that I've got extra long eyelashes, because I don't, but it's kind to your eyeballs. This, first of all, always have an extra pen in your carry-on luggage, another one in your purse. But this, you must have this, because sometimes you just have to tag something, or you have to write on something, and you need a permanent marker. And if you don't have it, it's very hard to find it. It's not common to find a permanent marker in the airport, or even in other places, that unless you go to, they've got specific places where you can buy stationery, and that includes pens and that kind of stuff. I have a self-warming eye mask. Maybe I should use this before it goes bad. I have this little packs that has my lip balm, restful legs. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, this one is also another Highlands thing, and it's called restful legs, because restful legs syndrome is actually, no, restless leg syndrome is actually a real thing. And it is when you can't, like if you sleep or you sit, you just can't keep your legs from moving, because it, I don't know why, but look it up. And this, I tell you, Highlands is such a wonderful homeopathic product, and this you just put under your tongue until it dissolves, and it helps so much, especially when you're cooped up. Like sometimes I'd be on more often I'd be on a flight that's like 14-16 hours. Hey, guess what? I think anyone would have a restless leg syndrome by around that time frame of being on a plane. So I always have this, and then actually this one I got this one in France, although it's very common in the drugstore in the Philippines, and it's Berocca, it's a vitamin B complex plus ascorbic acid, calcium and magnesium and zinc. Wait a minute, if this hasn't expired yet, I'm gonna use that. And okay, I can never stress enough how very important it is to have this. I'm gonna go because this has gotten kind of pale looking, but hard candy in stressful situations are found out to be very is stress relieving, because when you put something in your mouth and you suck on it, it kind of like helps you calm down. So especially airports, for a lot of people, can be very stressful, and even the most relaxed person, I'm a very relaxed person when I'm in the airport, but there are always situations which makes it extra stressful, especially if you're dealing with either airline people that are, most of the time airline people are very nice. I really have to say that they do their job, and they're very easy to get along with, because they don't want the problem of having to answer to their superiors about why are you not doing their job. But sometimes, it just happens. And then there are also people that, like, if you're sitting with someone who's not very nice, I tell you, hard candy. And my favorite is always Werther's. I don't go anywhere without it. Did I tell you about Pepto-Bismol? Pepto-Bismol, because you will be eating different kinds of food from a different place and you never know if your stomach is gonna like it. And if not, then hey, don't carry the liquid one, because the liquid one is not really, I don't find it any more helpful than the tablet ones, and it takes a lot of space and it's liquid. If I don't seal it enough, or if I don't tighten the cap enough, oh my gosh, your luggage is going to be like bubble gum pink, and the smell is not going to be so nice because Pepto-Bismol smell. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you like it. I don't. So, and tea bags. My favorites are, my favorite actually is peppermint tea. It really, it makes me happy. But this one is the nettle leaf tea, which my friend Mary Bell had actually introduced me to, because I do have allergies, and when I have it, it really helps me. It helps my allergies. It calms down my allergies so much. She got me like a box of it one winter when everything was just, I was just, you know, it was a springtime allergy kind of thing. Okay, what else do I have? Huh. Okay, I don't put my accessories in my luggage. I put it on my carry-on. And I also, this is what I do. You see, that's my name. I put my name, I have a name sticker that I put inside, just like I do it in my luggage bag. I put it inside, I stick it in different places. If ever you have to prove that that is your luggage, you know where to find those things that, you know, only you know where you put, right? So these things, you know, one of the things that women buy when they go on travels is that it's so very easy to pick up trinkets, and you want it safe, and you want it in pretty little things, because we like pretty things. So I have this, and this is where all my earrings, my rings, they go. Okay, this one. Oops. When they had allowed travelers to carry stainless steel stuff again, I started to carry my own spoon and fork, my own flatware, and that is because I don't like, when you're eating something yummy and you use plastic, it doesn't taste as good as it should. That's just me, but honestly, really. And this one, I actually saved this from Philippine Airlines, and I like it because it's not a flippy floppy kind of plastic. It is plastic, but it is a little bit more rigid, and it's a little bit, it has a good feel to it. So I can cut my meat, and I can cut my vegetables with it. And so I made this, look at little duckies. And I put it in here, and I have it here, so that when I need to use it, it's very easy for me to find. What else? Yes, even if I'm traveling to a very hot place like my home country, the Philippines, I have to have gloves just in case I get stuck again in an airport, no, in a hotel where my room's air conditioning unit has gone crazy and would not go warmer, and it was like a refrigerator. It was like a freezer in there, and I couldn't go anywhere else because it was already middle of the night, and there was no other room in the hotel. So I went to bed. I went to sleep with my gloves on. This, you guys probably already noticed, I love scarves. Well, this is not a scarf, although it can serve as a scarf. This is a handkerchief. I like handkerchiefs. In fact, I really love handkerchiefs. It's not really cheap, but it is very affordable kind of a luxury, I feel like, like this one. It's big enough that if I do it like this, I can use it to tie my hair with. I can use it as a headband. I can use it as a, you know, even if it's not very cold and it's not very warm either, this is more than enough to warm you. You just wrap it around your neck, and I promise you, it's gonna keep you warm. And also now an added thing that you can use this on is that you can use it as a, guess what? If you don't have your mask, you can use it as a mask. So far, that's what I have for you today. I've still got so many things I want to talk about, and my friends have told me, why don't you do something like this? Because they said, you travel so much, but then I always feel like everybody already knows what they're doing, and that, they don't need for me to, you guys don't need for me to tell you what to do. But then it's not really me telling you what to do, it's me sharing with you what I do, right? And it's always, packing your luggage is always a very personal thing. It's what you need, it's what you want, just like it's different from what I want, what I like. I mean, hey, you might like very fancy stuff in your luggage, and that's fine. Mine tends to be very, very efficient and very for me, efficient for me, and very very simple, because I don't like, if I lose something, I don't want to cry over it. I want to go and say, hey, you know what? Okay, that's gone. I'm not going to find it. I'm going to go and pick up another one. So that's always how I approach things. I don't want it to be too expensive or too precious, too special, though I really don't want to lose my handkerchiefs. I love handkerchiefs. I love my scarves. So I don't want to lose them. But and if I lose them, I'd probably be very sad about it. Especially that I have scarves that, the most precious scarves I have are those that are given to me by my friends. So, oh, and this one, I'm gonna show this because I wanna send my friend the link to this video on YouTube, and I'm gonna tell her, hey, because guess what this is? That is, okay, wait a minute. Is that Cathay City? No, wait. No, I don't know what that is, but this is, my friend worked for Cathay Pacific for a long time, and unfortunately when COVID happened and a lot of the airlines had to restructure the way that they have their not employee, how do I say it, when they had to restructure their systems so that they can cope with the drastic drop of travel. They've a lot of the attendants that works there, even pilots, have lost their jobs because there just was not enough travel time that justified keeping them. So anyway, this happened just before COVID started, and I was in Hong Kong, and I was flying in and she was flying in. It was almost about the same time, and she waited for me in Hong Kong. No, she waited for me inside the security area, and I went out. And so it's a good thing Hong Kong airport has got a very good internet signal, because I was able to send her a message and say, hey, I'm out at the Cathay Pacific counters. And she went and met up with me, and I haven't seen her and she haven't seen me for so long, and we weren't really that close. But because when you grow up and you've been through college together and you've got a lot of common friends, and she is one of the most wonderful person I've met. And I'm so glad that we're friends now. That we're friends now. And so she took me to her hotel room at Cathay Pacific. They call it Cathay Pacific City. It was a wonderful place, and she actually gave me this, which is just way too special. So this is a little bit of a memento from her, and I am so grateful for the chance to have been able to visit Cathay City in Hong Kong. And yeah, so that's it. I am about, I think I was, my hair, because I treated this with rice water, I'm gonna go and wash it off now. And I am so glad I was able to put this video together, because I have been just lazy about it. And I've got so much more to talk about next time, so hopefully you will join me. And if you are already on TikTok, find me there. I'm Travel to Blankets, and also on Instagram it's Travel to Blankets. It's only here in YouTube that I named my channel is Carlene Going 50, because I wanted to have a lot more leeway with the stuff that I could put into it. Okay, you guys have a good day. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.